Diwadir Salarame, Abatur show Masa Yermani, Korean Vandana, Napona de Kermama. Show Bula Yerwa, Garieve, show Bor, your mind in Ide Kermama. Show Bor, your mind in Ide Kermama. Da, your mind so many de Kermama. Quaya Jacob, sweet Yebe. Quaya Kurtula Marambe. Quaya Anabana, Doctor.
By the early 19th century, Kanem-Borno was clearly an empire in decline. This made it easier for the launch of jihad and infiltration of the Kanem-Borno Empire by Fulani warriors led by Sheikh Usman Danfodio, founder of the Sokoto Caliphate. Danfodio conquered Ngazargamu, the then headquarters of the Kanem-Borno Empire, under Mai Dunama. Dunama called for the help of Sheikh Muhammad Al-Amin El-Kanemi to repel his Fulani opponents. After successfully challenging Danfodio's jihad through war and negotiations, Mai Dunama rewarded El-Kanemi with control over Borno province, taking the title Shehu.
The dynasty was established by Sheikh Muhammad Al-Amin El-Kanemi in Kukawa in 1814, when Birni Gazargamu was destroyed by the Fulani under the Sefawa, and the Sefawa became a puppet rulers. The leadership of the Sefawa in Birni Gazargamu was tottering. It was a declining leadership. So El-Kanemi, in order to reinvigorate the political and military strength of Borno, took over the leadership of Borno in 1814, and then by 1821 he founded Kukawa as the capital of his administration. And when he died, his son Omar succeeded, and then the name of the dynasty became El-Kanemi dynasty, deriving its name from its founder, Sheikh Muhammad El-Amin El-Kanemi, the great-great-grandfather of the Sheikhs of Borno.
El-Kanemi became both the voice of Borno in negotiations with Sokoto, as well as an independent ruler of a trade-rich area with a powerful military.
You know, when our army was going to protect the Kano, emirate, when they are going to assist the soldiers in Kano in fighting back against the Fulani, Bello had to write a letter to Yakubu Mbauchi telling him that intercept the army of Borno, don't let them go to Kano. And Yakubu intercepted, and war ensued between us and Yakubu's forces. And what happened was that, they were able to steal our tambari, and then we were able to also take some of the, room, kalam. We took it, and they took up till this moment. The tambari in Bauchi is ours. We want it back, and we are going to take it. During that time, after the exchange of letters, and after understanding that yes, Borno is an Islamic state, as well as the Sokoto Caliphate is also an Islamic state, seeking to protect Islamic Sharia at that time, an establishment of a puritanical Islamic state. So they now come to a term and agreement that never in history is there going to be war between us. We are brothers, and we will keep that intact, and we will also, be respecting one another's views. And then the joking, relationship started in. Fulani would refer to us as Kaka, and we refer to them as Baru.
While the wounds inflicted on the Kanem-Borno Empire by a series of wars over centuries were yet to heal, a Sudanese warlord, Rabi El-Zubair Fadullah, whose statue stands tall in Maiduguri, conquered Borno and destroyed Kukawa in 1893 during the reigns of Sheikh Hashimi El-Kanemi. Rabi was killed by French troops in the end of 19th century, and Sheikh Abubakar Garbai killed Rabi's son, Fadullah.
Because at the time when he was living, he was a military general that has deserted from the army. He must have his own followers. And at the time when he was leaving, he ran away with a lot of catch of ammunition. So he was using it in order to conquer all the people that he met on his way. His intention was not only to conquer Borno, but his intention was to conquer even up to Kano, so that he will establish his own empire, considering the fortunes that were available in this part of the world. After finishing with the people of Bagirmi, he crossed into this Kotoko area and what have you, finished with the Chad area, then he crossed into the Nigerian area. He came and established his base at Dikwa. At that time, the Shehu was even there. So he engaged into a fierce battle or skirmishes with the leaders or rulers of Borno at that time. So as a result, he killed even one of the Shehus. I think Shehu Hashimi was killed by Rabi. So the next person who succeeded Shehu Hashimi, I think he was the one who even fled with his people, leaving Dikwa. He deserted the capital and moved to where? And moved to Damagaram area. He sought for a refuge there. They became refugees and they stayed there for some time. Rabi, while he continued with all his activities, ravaging and plundering the countryside of Borno.
The butchering of Africa into colonies by imperial powers such as the British Empire, the French and Germans affected the size and powers of Kanem-Borno. Subsequently, creation of states in Nigeria limited the Kanuri Empire to an emirate in present-day Borno State, northeast Nigeria.
In Niger, most of the rulership there, the prominent ones, were formerly, courtiers of the Shehu of Borno. So that was how it started. Then later, also by way of state creation, states were created in Nigeria, and then things started going out. Now we have northeastern state. Adamawa was part of northeastern state. Yobe was part of northeastern state. Bauchi, Taraba, Gombe, northeastern state. Just one state was divided into six.
Historians have divergent views about the number of leaders who ruled the Kanem-Borno Empire. However, most are certain that conquest marked by instabilities and disruptions to governance structures were the order of the day.
And for over 1,000 years, there is conflict in the numbers. Some said 178 rulers. Some said 313 rulers. Some people said there are about, 572 rulers of the Seifwa dynasty. And for sure, Muhammad El-Kanemi, we have 18 of them ruling directly Borno. Because one, you have Muhammad El-Kanemi as the first, originator of the empire. Then his son, Shehu Umar. Then his son, Shehu Darman. Then his grandson, Shehu Bukar. His another grandson, Shehu Ibrahim. His another grandson, Shehu Hashimi. Then Shehu Kari. Then Shehu Sandali Mannambi. Then Shehu Sandakura. Then Shehu Garbai. Then Shehu Sandakarimi. Then Shehu Umar Garbai, the father of the present Shehu, then this brother, so they are 18. These were the direct descendants, but there is an offshoot of the family in Dikwa later. After the scramble, after the fall of Rabi, another house was created from the El-Kanemi house.
The Shehus that rule, both in terms of tenure and personalities, are 20 in number. And we have the Sefawa rulers were 65, from Sultan Ibrahim to Sultan Bulu to Sultan Fune, up to Mai Ali Minar Gema, the last of them who was eliminated in war by Shehu Umar Song of El-Kanemi. They were 65 in number.
The Borno State Museum was established in 1985 when the authorities saw the needs to establish a center that will preserve the cultural heritage of the Kanem-Borno Empire. The Kanuri people have over 2,000 artifacts domiciled here in this museum.
The museum housed weapons used by Kanem-Borno warriors. Some of these items might have been won as war bounties by the Kanuri armies in various clashes with their enemies. Kanem-Borno people also contributed to agricultural production, including fishing. They have a footprint in pottery, fashion, and jewelry making.
We have Kulu Kura. That Kulu Kura we use is a ceremonial gown. It is being used to turban or attend occasion. We have Kulu Kajie. That is being used during turbaning and then during certain occasions. We have Gawa that is being used during installation of king and during if somebody dies they use Gawa. Then we have Gambara Kaje and Gambara Sulum also used during festivals. We have Chiamei and Gambara being used by the well-to-do women of well-to-do, like the king's wife, the king's elder brother and elder sister, because it's basically a feminine. It is being used as to showcase how happy they are, how rich they are. And currently they are using same during Kanuri wedding.
Borno leather works are symbolic of the ancient culture of the Kanuri. Leather extracted from animals are processed to make covers for swords and Kanuri wooden flags. The animal skins are also used to create drums, bags, shoes, carpet, and special bags for the Holy Quran. These artists display their proficiency in leather works.
naje makaranta na karanta annabi yace abdul amal alladhi yaf'alu bi yadihi wa yaqulu bihi babu mafi kyan aiki kamar mutumin da zai aikata abu hannunsa kuma ya ci da shi yace shine mafi albarkar aiki gabaki daya shi yasa ni ma na zabi wannan din da yake da hannu nake aikatawa ai nasara kam nayi saboda ni ina zama na wannan ban taba roƙon kowa naira 5 ba kuma duk duniya na ba mutum ne dokar ne so uku aka ba naira 10,000 tun da aka haife ni sau uku aka ban naira 10,000 kuma sau uku tun da aka haife ni zuwa yau kuma na sun da suka wasu sun rasu Allah ya masu har wasu sun rasu ni na rike kaina yanzu ina da 'ya'ya mutum 30 ba daya yanzu mata na uku kuma ba bashin kowa a kaina yanzu wannan gidan Qur'ani na wannan lokacin da muka tashi naira 10 muka sai da wannan naira 10 fata ba wuce naira 3 zuwa naira 4 ba amma yanzu kaga wannan fata naira 2,000 na saya wannan kana gidan sa ne yanzu kana gidan sa ne naira 15,000 ne wannan
kakanninmu ne na ainihi na da idan mu ba karatun allo ba sai wannan aikin muke yi a fara yanzu ya kai shekara 60 da wani abu tun na yaro na fara sana'armu yana da daraja da almajirai da yara da manyan sarakuna duk suna fanda wannan sararin namu ko da sarki ne zai hau mulki sai ya hada da kayan wannan da zai yi ado dokin sannan ya hau Kuranen da muke yi Kuranin masa ado sannan a sa sarki a baya sarki ya amfani da shi. Kasar Kanuri suna da asalin farko tun zamanin manzo Allah sallallahu yana da suna da wannan hukuncin. Kuma na dadin Kurani na dadin kamar wannan da na nuna maka wannan farin karfe ne da azurfa ne ake sakawa. Fidda ana farin karfe ne da azurfa ke sawa linzamin na dokin sarki azurfa ake sawa. Takalminsa wannan abun ado kalli mai jaja duk na sarki ake sakawa. Wannan har yau ba bari ba gahi nan ana yi. Saboda azurfa yayi nesa a wanda ya sani. Da can turawa wajen gari daban-daban Ingila, Amerika duk sun zo sai sun saya ko wallet ko abun hannu haka ko wani da za a tafi da ake sa wuya haka duk suna saya. Za su tafi da shi sun nuna a ce wannan kago wuka wannan ma da babu nisa, wallahi babu nisa.
Borno has been a major commercial hub in northeastern Nigeria. Business operators recall the good old days amidst struggles to recover from the devastation caused by the Boko Haram insurgency over the years.
Ne lokacin da na soma 1998 a gaskiya alhamdulillah kasuwar Monday market tana haɓaka sosai. Daga nan za a dauki kaya daga nan Monday market, Niger, Chad, Cameroon duk ana kayo daga nan Monday market. Kuma kayan buhunan ne. Amma yanzu wannan harkan gaskiya ta karanta. Kuma ga rashin jari, ga rashin security da sauransu. Alhamdulillah kasuwa Monday market irin harkan da muke yi na da na farko niwa wanda na sani da na yanzu a gaskiya abun ya koma baya. Don sabida lokacin da muka soma kasuwan nan duk kowa yana da faraha, kowa yana da jari na kanshi. Amma yanzu Allah ya kawo wannan ikirafi aka yi wannan gobaran a gaskiya fi sabila yawanci kasuwanninmu mutanenmu ba su da jari a hannu, kasuwan ya koma baya. Tunda gashi kun gani yanayi da mai kawo buhu 100 ko buhu 50 yanzu ya koma buhu 10, buhu 7, buhu 5. A kasuwa nan har yanzu ba wanda zai iya kawo buhu 20 a take don sabida kayan ya kure ya yi tsada kuma gashi ba jari.
In addition to commerce, Borno has been documented as one of the best destinations of learning both Islamic and Western education. The state attracts students from within and outside Nigeria.
When it comes to Arabic education, people come from all walks of life, especially those from the northwest. Most at times they think and they thought if they do not come to Borno, they will not get the required education they need when it comes to Arabic education. So Borno State has been grounded for being an educational dedicated state for long. When it comes to the Western education, that is the modern education we now all put so much attention on. Borno State has been a state that encourages going to school. We have about, you can see our university is one of the second generation university, and it's been recognized when it comes to scholarly activities. So Borno State has about 7 tertiary institutions, I think. If you can see critically, you can see even our sitting governor, he was from the university. He's a professor. And when you see around most of his cabinet members, you can see we have about 2-3 professors. So that shows you Maiduguri is being grounded. And when it comes to names in education, right from the First Republic, we have people like Dr. Shatima Ali Manguno. This is somebody who is being known to everyone because they are the first set of politicians. He was once a minister of petroleum resources. We have so many people to recognize when it comes to education.
From the ancient history of traditional monarchies to modern-day instabilities, Kanuri elders still believe there are better days ahead for Kanem-Borno.
Borno, as it is known, in history and to us is an entity which will never fall. There are rise and fall of empires in history, but Borno never failed. It is only rise and decline. It will decline quite okay, because after every 100 years, Borno will decline, but it will rise again. It will never fall. That is why the empire did not break as other empires have broken and fallen. That is why whatever calamity, whatever difficulty we face, we have the faith that eventually one day we are going to rise again. And that is what has happened to Borno.
Although the decline of the Kanem-Borno Empire from the 8th century to the period of the Boko Haram insurgency in the 21st century has been fraught with violent conflict and the desecration of cultural artifacts, the Kanuris have remained resilient and resolute in their resolve to preserve the legacies of their ancestors through food, art, religion, and commerce.